Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Basic Breakdown. I'm here in the filming studio at Massive Joe's headquarters with resident purveyor of the world's finest pre-workouts, Vincenzo.
How you doing?
Vince, I'm excited.
This one's gonna be good.
I'm pumped up for this Basic Breakdown. This is the soon-to-be released, all-new Core Fury Australian edition.
See this tub in my hand? It's in there.
Is it on fire at the moment?
I think it can be.
It probably should be. It probably should be. All right, Vince, man, let's get stuck into this one.
Let's do it. So serving size of the new Fury Oz edition is
Yep.
what they're calling it. Is 2 scoops, 21.2 grams. So big serve.
Massive.
And there's 20 of those per tub. 40 scoops.
Monstrous.
40 scoops. So 40. No,
Two scoops
yeah.
is 21.2 grams.
There you go.
There's 22 scoop serves in a 40 scoop tub.
Yeah.
So 40 scoops, 22 scoop serves.
Yeah, perfect. So from the top, we're looking at, actually, let's start off. We're going to go through the 1 serve, 2 scoops, just to make sure, because they split it into both.
Yes.
So that if you're looking at the panel, they go
Yep.
half a serve,
Yep.
or they do the full serve. So we're going to go the full serve.
Of course we're going to full serve.
Just got to make sure.
We're not
that
here to
people
fuck
know.
spiders, man. 2 scoops, let's go.
It'll be too much, though.
Well, we'll
Too much
find
for
out.
people.
We'll find out.
L-citrulline in a 6,000 milligram dose.
That's too much.
Is
One
it
scoop
too much
goes.
as we go back?
Dial it back.
Dial it back.
No. Keep going.
Which is in there to increase nitric oxide, big
Yep.
dose, and muscle pumps, essentially.
I mean, it's 50% more than a clinical dose
Yeah,
right from the
big
top.
dose.
And L-citrulline going to boost nitric oxide through the arginine pathway. It
Yeah.
is, of course, a precursor to arginine. So one of the best ways to boost nitric oxide through that pathway.
We then have some beta-alanine in the 3,200 milligram dose, so what's considered the clinical dose in 1 serve.
That's a clinical dose.
Done. In there to reduce fatigue, I should say, before I say done.
Yeah, and boosting muscular endurance. Beta-alanine is a precursor to carnosine,
Yeah.
which buffers fatigue toxins like lactic acid, hydrogen ions, all that shit that kind of causes like muscle burn and ultimately muscular failure. So you're able to train harder for longer, get more reps, stimulate more muscle growth, burn more calories. It's good shit.
Betaine anhydrous up next in a 2,500 milligram dose.
Good.
Betaine is a precursor to creatine, so it's in there going to help with muscle power.
It is.
Good dose.
Very good
yeah.
dose.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
It's a good start, man. It's a good start.
I mean, it does help bring more water into your muscle cells as well, so it can help with that muscle volume.
Yeah, I
as well.
look, I tend to think of betaine as like a muscle power ingredient first and foremost. So
Yeah.
whenever I see it in a good dose like that, the 2.5 grams, we're getting some strength.
Yeah.
We're getting some strength.
L-tyrosine up next, 2,000 milligram dose, which is in there to increase production of dopamine and reduce stress, so it's going to increase that feeling of well-being.
Yeah, increased mood as well.
Yeah. Then we get into some creatine magna power, which is magnesium creatine chelate in the 1,500 milligram dose, which is a study dose of the creatine magna power.
It's a good choice of creatine.
It is, man.
It's a good look. I'm a big fan of creatine supplementation post workout.
Yeah.
But if you are going to use creatine in a pre-workout, get the fuck out of here with creatine monohydrate first and foremost. You got to be using creatine magnesium chelate, such as the Magna Power or creatine hydrochloride, or something that you need a very small dose of that's very highly bioavailable, can get straight into the bloodstream and help with the generation of ATP, right? Adenosine
100%.
triphosphate.
Yeah.
Creatine is a precursor to ATP, helps your body produce more ATP. You got more ATP, you got more strength.
And that's the problem. With creatine monohydrate, it doesn't absorb that well. If you're going to absorb any, it's going to be in there like post-workout.
Exactly.
What's the point?
Yeah, exactly. And we got some good synergism here as well, Vince, between the creatine magna power and the betaine anhydrous from a muscle power perspective.
We do. And then we go into the Vasodrive AP in the 254 milligram dose, which is a vasoconstriction enzyme inhibitor.
Yes.
So it's going to inhibit the constriction of blood vessels, essentially, which will increase blood flow. And with the citrulline, it's going to allow the nitric oxide to be more present and keep the blood pumping further.
Yes, it is.
Longer.
And we get some synergism here between the citrulline and the Vasodrive. And Vasodrive is an ingredient that I'm particularly fond of because we know that with any stimulants, stimulants are vasoconstrictors, right? So if you're taking a pre-workout that's got caffeine or caffeine derivatives or stimulant derivatives, as soon as you take them, they give you energy and they make you feel good and shit, but they close up all your blood vessels and all your arterial system, so they constrict all your blood vessels. So if you can have an ingredient in there like the Vasodrive that is the antidote to that vasoconstriction, it's gonna help with vasodilation, better blood flow, better muscle pumps, good fucking times.
Speaking of that, caffeine anhydrous, 250 milligram dose.
Good.
So good dose, not too much.
It's good, man.
It's good.
It's good. I will talk about it in a second. Keep going.
Citicoline, 250 milligrams, good dose again.
Yep.
Your choline is going to increase mental focus, improve reaction time, concentration, all that stuff.
Precursor to acetylcholine, which is your stimulatory neurotransmitter, which, as you mentioned, primarily going to help with that tunnel vision focus, put you in the zone so you can get the most out of your workouts.
We then have some S7 in the 100 milligram dose, which is in there to increase the body's own production of nitric oxide. So a bit synergistic here with the citrulline again, another nitric oxide increasing ingredient.
Yeah, so we've got a three-pronged synergism from a nitric oxide perspective now. And then, Vince.
Just on the S7, I was quite surprised with the dose. 100 milligrams is double the studied S7 dose.
Oh, I know.
So it's going to be good. It's just, I just had to put that in there.
I know.
Some Zoom XR, which is extended release caffeine, in the 140 milligram dose, which yields 100 milligrams of caffeine.
Yes, it does in a 2-scoop dose. So in total, we got the 250 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, which is going to hit real quick. And then you've got the extended release or sustained release caffeine in a 100 milligram dose that's going to kind of flow in a little bit slower so that you don't get that immediate increase in energy and then crash.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nice, smooth, and elevated energy experience.
We then have hyposinin A
Yep.
In a 200 microgram dose, which inhibits the breakdown of acetylcholine.
And that's a massive dose.
It is.
And it's going to work synergistically with acetylcholine to keep those acetylcholine neurotransmitter levels elevated.
Yeah.
Vince, man, I mean, shit the bed.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
All right, let's put it to the test. The 5 effects that we look for in complete stimulant-based pre-workouts.
Yep.
Muscle pumps, muscle power, muscular endurance, mental focus and mood, and energy.
Yep.
Where are we at with muscle pumps?
Good. With a 3-pronged approach, like you put it.
Yep.
I think big tick.
Massive tick. Where are we at with muscle power?
Good. With the betaine anhydrous and your creatine magna power, another big tick.
Massive tick. Where are we at with muscular endurance?
I mean, full dose of beta-alanine in there, so... yeah, I'll give it another tick.
Another tick. Where are we at with mental focus, elevation in mood?
Citicoline, L-tyrosine, all at full doses. With hyposinin A at a big dose. Another big tick.
Massive tick.
Yeah.
Where are we at with energy?
I think you know where this is going.
I know exactly where this is going, man.
Another big tick right there.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. It's one of the, I mean, on paper, it's one of the only pre-workouts on the planet that gives 5 out of 5 ticks for the effects that we look for in complete stimulant-based pre-workouts. Now, we did have a hand in formulating this product.
We may have.
We may have had some input into this. This has, full disclosure, this has been a project that Doug Miller, owner, CEO, president, ex-president of Virginia, now president of North Carolina, also president of Core Nutritionals, has been working on with us for quite some time now. It's probably been over 12 months in the making, I would say.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's taken so long, we actually had the formula finalized at the start of 2021.
Yeah.
And the flavors as well. We did the testing with the flavors.
Yeah.
I trained on the formula myself to make sure that it was the bee's knees. And then we ran into some supply chain issues with one of the ingredients in the formula, and there was a 6-month delay in actually being able to access that ingredient. So we had the option to either change that ingredient out or say, fuck it, we're going to wait because we think this is one of the most perfect pre-workouts ever formulated. And we said, fuck it, it's going to be worth the wait. Yeah. So that's why we're here at the time of shooting this video is September. And, we're probably still 3 months away from this product going live, but we just couldn't wait any longer to tell you guys about it. So, I mean, it's the tits, man.
It's good.
There's really no other way to put it.
Yeah, no, it's good.
It's I don't want to talk too much about my personal experience training on it because I want to save that for the raw review.
Yeah.
And that's what we talk about in raw reviews. We just take deep dives into formulas here in Basic Breakdown. But make no mistake about it, this formula is absolute world class.
For me, someone who doesn't like a heap of caffeine, because it's not the strongest pre-workout out there caffeine-wise.
Yes.
But for me, it's perfect.
Well, and this is one of the things that one of the discussions we had with Doug when we were formulating this is Doug wanted to go higher in caffeine because that tends to suit the US market.
Yeah.
Much higher in stimulants, and we kind of pushed back and said, no, in the Australian market, we don't want huge amounts of caffeine, because then for people that don't respond to 400 or 500 milligrams of caffeine, you got to take half a serve, and then you're getting half of all the other active ingredients. And this formula is the tits, and we want people to be able to take the full 2-scoop serve and not blow their heads off with stupid amounts of caffeine.
100%.
So that's kind of how we got there.
Yeah.
Vince, where are we at in terms of flavors, and then price, and then when can the viewers get their hands on this pre-workout, man?
So 3 flavors, 2 of which people haven't seen in a core product before.
Yes.
So the Australian Raspberry Chews is coming back in Fury.
It's the Redskins flavour.
The Redskin flavour. Lemon Lime Sherbet, which is a new one.
It is
delicious.
Yep.
And a Green Apple Candy.
Also delicious. We when we did the tasting, do you remember how many flavors we tried?
There's a few, man. I think we tried the original, was like the pineapple strawberry that had been the old one. I think that came through.
There was an Australian gummy snakes. I reckon there was like 6 or 8 flavors.
I think there was, yeah.
And we kind of, we went backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and kind of whittled them down to not only the 3 best flavors, but then tweaked those flavors to make them the best they could possibly be.
Yeah.
And these are the 3 flavors we settled on. So the Australian Raspberry Chews is the same flavor system used in Core ABC, Australian Raspberry Chews, which is obviously the Redskins flavor. They don't call them Redskins anymore. Anyway, you guys know what Redskins are. So the Redskin flavor, and then the lemon lime sherbet, it was surprisingly amazing.
Yeah.
Even for someone who doesn't fuck with citrus, yours truly, surprisingly amazing. And the green apple candy just works really well with the natural flavors of the ingredients in this pre-workout.
Yeah.
Price.
Well, we'll have to see when it gets here, based on shipping, because shipping is all kinds of hell at the moment.
Yeah, it's not good.
But hopefully get it in at the $79.95. So it is top level pre-workout range, as you would expect from a top level pre-workout.
Yeah, it kind of has to be. I mean, with that formula, it's an expensive pre-workout to produce, man.
It is, yeah.
I think it's the most expensive pre-workout we've ever been involved in producing. Yeah. So we're going to try and make it happen for the Australian marketplace at that $79.95 mark, which puts it at $2 per scoop.
Yeah, $4
$4 for a 2-scoop serve, but we're gonna, we just have to kind of see, how that pans out. With all of the challenges with international freight at the moment. But we're trying our best to make that happen for you guys. Availability, Vince.
I think you said about 3 months, so hopefully around Christmas. I think it's around end of December.
Mate,
hopefully,
wouldn't it'd literally be like all Christmases had come at once?
Oh, it would be
if it's here before Christmas.
So
that's something else we're working on for you guys, trying to get it here before the end of 2021. Worst case scenario, it's definitely going to be one of the biggest product launches of 2022, no doubt.
Yeah,
Vince, anything else you'd like to add?
That's it.
Before I tell the viewers to head to the massivejoes.com/coming soon page and register your interest. There's a link there for this Core Fury Australian version. So as soon as it drops, as soon as it's available, if you've registered your interest, you'll be the first people to be able to order it before anyone else finds out that it's actually here.
100%.
And then hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the Massive Joes YouTube channel, guys. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on your mobile, your cell phone, your desktop PC, and whatever other device you are watching this video on, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to all these new basic breakdowns and everything else we've got happening here on the Massive Joes YouTube channel, guys. That is Basic Breakdown on the all-new Core Fury Australian edition. Until next time, where we coming to and from, Vince?
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive. Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the Massive Joes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.